Aries, we are starting with you. We have Wise Leader. You are a beacon for others. Welcome, welcome. My name is Vanessa. If you're new, if you're returning, welcome back. We are tuning into energy of Aries. So if you have Sun, Moon, Venus rising, Mercury, staying focused. I think that you've gotten a really big picture. You've been able to take a step back and you see the whole thing now. It's like you're seeing the whole entirety of it, and also you have the ability to see all these details. I don't know if there has been a telescope near you lately, or a microscope, or you're using something to help you to see the small details of this big picture. I think there's something important that you're creating and you're a leader in this. There's a lot of Aries energy. I'm also getting a lot of Rome symbolism. Rome, Colosseum. So Italy. Or you're somewhere new and you're doing the whole do as the Romans do. One more please, Spirit, for Aries. Thank you. One more for Aries. Navigating by stars. Follow your bliss. It says you're a beacon for others. Hold the course and follow your bliss. And that impasse on the bottom of the deck. Whatever direction you're going in, it seems to be in a pretty different it's a very different direction than where you've been in the past. It could even confuse some people, but you're not doing it for them. It doesn't really matter if it confuses them or not, why you're going in this new direction. And it's because you've seen all of where you've been. Like wherever you've been, spending a lot of time, gaining a lot of expertise, wisdom, skills, community. And it's not like you've seen too much and you need to leave. It's like you've found it. It's like you found the solution, but it's going to take you in a different direction for a while. And you have to follow your intuition. And you are following your intuition here. You could also be walking away from a mentor figure or a parent figure or a guardian figure, or someone who you looked up to. And this doesn't feel negative. It just feels like you're going off on your own hero's journey. So I'm getting some Yoda. Okay. Yoda? Okay. What's going on here, Spirit? What's going on for Aries? Thank you for letting these messages be clear and understandable. Yeah, a lot of you are going off and you're traveling. You are taking the lead. You're walking away from something that in the physical was very imbalanced, but in spirit, there's a lot of genuine love there. Or you've found a reason why something isn't working. You've taken some time to look at the big picture and also hone in on all the details. And it's like you're really good at deciphering patterns. You're good at spotting patterns. And there's an old pattern here that needs shifting, or it's almost like there's a secret message in that. It's like the Da Vinci Code, or Knives Out. Maybe you've Maybe you've watched that. Those movies, Daniel Craig, Benoit Blanc. So I don't know, there's something where you're just kind of being taken in a whole new direction because you're on to something. Okay, what else for Aries? Wow, you really, really have done your research. You've done your research, and I think that you have a strength of being a visionary or having a very strong inner vision or ability to visualize or see into the future. This could also be your ability to see patterns and thus predict based off of those patterns. And it's leading you on an adventure. And it feels very spiritual, but very grounded in this physical world 3D experience. What else is happening? What's happening? It's communication coming in. Lots of communication may be coming in, or it's about to. And this feels like with people who are like-minded. This could be people who are telling you they really admire your work or what you've done, or they've been following you for a while on social media, and there's something about having a following, growing that following, whether that is really on social media or not. You're creating a whole new community of like-minded individuals that are going to be doing things in a new way. It's a lot of Aquarian energy. So maybe you have very strong Aquarius in your chart, which you honestly, like, you could be an Aquarius. Please let me know in the comments if you have sun sign or moon sign or rising in Aquarius or Mercury in Aquarius. You don't have to, right? But for someone, definitely getting that there is an Aquarian woman, female leader emerging from a world of men. There's a lot of masculine figures on this table, and besides wise leader, the Queen of Swords is the only other female on the table. And the King of Cups shows up. Whoa, with the Ace of Cups on the bottom of the deck and Death in reverse. This is giving a lot of Muse energy. You probably don't even realize that there's someone who's been following you for a long time. That could be a friend. This could be an ex. This could be someone that you've never met. It's not someone you've never met. This is someone that you have history with. I'm going to correct myself there. This is definitely someone that, I don't know if you had to walk away from them even. This was a partner. Could have been a business partner that you had to walk away from. Could be a romantic partner that you had to walk away from. It feels very like there was a lot of respect in this, honestly, between both of you. And it built more admiration, honestly, especially for this other person towards you. And I think that they are about to open back up and open up communication with you again, to bring in more balance, harmony, love. Why am I hearing restoration, reciprocity? Like you can feel safe with them. And I feel like you've always felt safe with this person, but there were patterns that you began to see through because they were yours as well. It was like you were a reflection for each other. And I'm even feeling that you're not super necessarily like open to embracing this at the moment, even though I think that you do want to. Somehow some trust was broken slightly with this person, and I don't think that it was malicious. I think it was old, outdated programming and patternings from childhood, probably, that were causing you to... It was inevitable that you were going to have to separate for a while, but this didn't feel like there was any anger. Felt like both of you understood why, and it was so that each of you could grow and like level up. And while this has happened, you've already been paying attention to your patterns and shifting them. There's a lot of Aries and Scorpio energy here, a lot of the Phoenix rising kind of energy where you've transformed your life. You are in a continuation of that transformation, and you're really embracing it, and you're embracing who you're becoming and releasing old pain, old storylines that don't serve you. You're alchemizing any of the old programming, and you're kind of taking yourself offline for a bit and giving yourself space to see the bigger picture and to realize that there were patterns, that there was something that you couldn't figure out, and then you saw it. And you saw it in this other person. And you didn't have to tell them anything. I think that you understood the assignment, the spiritual assignment in this, and you had to go that way while this person went that way. And through you taking that action for yourself and for the community that you're building and creating, they saw the reflection in you, in themselves, and they saw the pattern that needed repatterning. This is a really beautiful up-leveling for both people, and it is giving a lot of that twin flame energy. I'm not the biggest fan of the whole twin flame concept, to be honest, but who am I to say it's not a thing? This reading really does give that you've gone through such a huge mental transformation, and spirit's on your side, and you understand that. Let's get some more, honey. Let's get some more. Wow. But it really is like warm honey. Tupelo honey? No. Honey. Tupelo honey? Hold on, give me a moment. Tupelo honey? Is that a song? Isn't it Tupelo Junction? Hold on, Tupelo honey. Why am I thinking that? Honey, it is. It's Tupelo honey. Van Morrison. Okay, I guess I have to add this to because I don't know what the lyrics are here. Tupelo Honey by Van Morrison. So that is for somebody. Okay. Okay, let's look. Let's go. There's some really beautiful love here, and they're wondering if they're aware of how much they love you, and they're wondering if they are what you need, or if you would be better off with someone else. That's very selfless love. That's really, really, that's a green flag. It's a major green flag. Major green flag. Lots of love. Something wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work if you were to carry on with the same patternings. We know this already, Spirit, thank you. But it was actually really showing up in your physical world, in your finances. And that might have been kind of like the last straw, was really seeing your financial situation go down. And there was something in that where there was this common denominator. You know, you were like, well, I'm the common denominator here, so what do I need to figure out to change this so that the financials go up? I don't know if this person pre their glow up and upgrade while you took space from them, even currently, this could be happening right now. I think that when they were in their less evolved state and you were together, there was an energy dynamic that they were really, a pattern that they were really still expressing that was also financially draining. Or you knew that it was not going to be financially sustainable for this person's behaviors to continue and for you to enable or entertain that. And so by you stepping away, they also saw, like, it was kind of like the biggest wake-up call for them to realize that their patterns are not sustainable in multiple ways, and one of those ways is financial. And by doing this, your own sense of self, you were able to kind of like pour out your cup and release anything that you had taken on or any of those old patternings that you were a part of. And you've refilled up your cup and you've turned into the Queen of Cups. And you're allowing in so much more love into yourself and your everyday that, again, it's an energetic frequency. I don't believe you and this person are really in contact right now. But I think that they really want to reach out to you, and I think that they're gaining the gusto to do so. They're gaining the strength. They're gaining the confidence to do so. But they're definitely watching you on social media. You are definitely connected through social media somehow. They are definitely watching you. They've noticed. They're very curious. Does not feel like there's bad intention at all. It feels very respectful, honoring, but like, shoot, you're just out of reach for them, and they're like borderline like panic mode, but not letting anyone know that. Like they're really wondering if they've lost you. And you know that they haven't, but you had to do this for yourself. And a beautiful byproduct of that is that it also worked in their advantage back to you. Like, how am I trying to say this? You knew that there was this beautiful potential for you to come together, and most likely in a marriage. There is a lot of genuine, like, romantic love and attraction and desire here. And it's very respectful. I think you both have known that you want to be together. And you were the one willing to end things respectfully so that you both could go off on your own journey and evolve. And so that if you both, trusting, you trusted that if you went off and did this for yourself, that if that person was indeed your twin flame or whatever, your divine counterpart in this lifetime, that energetically they would get those signals and do the same thing without there being any communication or contact. And you were right. And they picked up on the message, and they've been changing their patterns as you rise up, and they're just like enamored by the Muse energy that you're now operating out of, that you're now embodying. You're in your harvest mode now. You've planted so many seeds, and it's time to receive abundance. I think they're really afraid to talk to you. They're really nervous about this. They're really nervous that if they come forward, you'll reject them. They're like really freaking out about that. But the tower moment already came. Like, they already lost you. And so, even though they're really afraid to try again, because they think you're going to reject them. And they kind of agree with that. They think you should reject them. Which means they have to go through this process without you reaching out. Okay, so if this is your reading, you know already you're not to be the one to initiate contact. They have to do it when they decide. And by allowing them to make that decision on their own, they realize that they are worthy of you. There's a lot of, I think you both have been addressing any self-worth issues individually, because we really are a reflection for each other. So I'm so glad that you're here. And I'm so, I guess I'm inspired by this energy as well, because it does feel very balanced and expansive and grounded. And they're showing up in all the ways to be your equivalent, which is what you've wanted. But I think right now you're also having some fun doing your own thing. And so you're like, yeah. I think you're able to establish boundaries much more clearly and lovingly, and allow them to make the correct moves to come towards you again, because you're a whole different person than you were when you guys were last together. And they're going to be realizing that it's worth taking the risk as their new self, their newly evolved self, to come back towards you. And I see the two of you, if this person does succeed, it's like man versus man thing. There's a lot of inner turmoil and conflict. But if you do succeed, the two of you move to a much better place. You could even move together. You could be moving in together. Definitely going to be traveling together. Living together, traveling together, creating a whole new life together that is much more aligned for both of your souls' evolution and purpose. And it takes you both away from any feelings of stuckness that you had been experiencing in the past, individually in your own lives and together. So yeah, really this person just needs to get over the fear and anxiety of showing back up and expressing themselves honestly. And I see that as you continue to focus on yourself and what you're creating and how you're leading people, that this person gets over themselves and comes towards you. And that's a really, really beneficial lesson for them to go through pre you guys getting back together. You want them to work through whatever their insecurities are before you get back together. We get some angel messages here. Oracle cards. Was working with the Rider-Waite Tarot and my Cat Tarot. And then the Sacred Traveler deck. In case you are interested or you want any of these decks for yourself. Clean energy food. Make sure you're eating well. I think that your nutrition has probably increased a lot more as you've been taking care of yourself. And you're speaking your truth and you're seeing things. You are a visionary. You could be clairvoyant. You might be noticing your abilities increase. For example, for me, my vision, my clairvoyance increases drastically when I can touch. So I'm also clairsentient, but it comes through in visuals usually for me. So there's something around, my skills, I've seen them over the years evolve and expand. And so I think you're going through something like that. And you could have recently gotten a tattoo. Or you have an appointment to get a tattoo and there is a spiritual meaning behind getting that. You could be getting a Sakyant tattoo. Sviatli, he's in Los Angeles. I think he's Russian. A Thai master of tattooing. He's Russian who does Thai tattooing, hand-tapped, Sakyant tattooing, and sacred geometry, and he's in Los Angeles, and just throwing that out there. He's amazing. So I don't know if you have something like that going on where you have a whole day, like a ceremony set aside for your tattoo. And if you didn't know that that's a thing, it is a thing. Sakyant. Shakkyant. Pretty positive that's how you spell it, so you can Google that. You are a powerful light worker. It is safe for you to be powerful. Your spiritual power brings great blessings in loving service to the divine. It does give a nice balance to this wise leader energy that you are carrying, and power of prayer. Give the situation to God for uplifting and healing. Be open to miracles. Oh, heaven's unlimited resources, love, and answers are awaiting your prayers. Be sure to act upon divine guidance given to you in response to your prayers. So this is something you have prayed for, and to continue to pray. And the heart chakra. Heart chakra, third eye chakra. Gratitude list. Face your financial fears. I think that this is exactly what was the spurring and impetus. This was the clear, something needs to change. And it has shifted and evolved into something so much more beautiful and heart fulfilling. And there's so much love and honestly the opportunity for a really amazing marriage and partnership that is very spiritually based. There's very much twin flame energy here. Let's just call it as it is. Sending you so much love. I will see you guys in the next video. If you'd like to work with me, link is below. I'm an astrologer and I read birth charts. I focus on your own personal astrology and I tell you a lot of things about yourself to uplift you and empower you as you are deciding to transform your life into something that feels even more fulfilling and grounded and like a yes. Okay? So that's what I do. Thank you for your likes, subscribes, and watching, and I will see you guys in another video.